So, Jontay Porter. This is a man that is known for one thing and one thing only. Is it being an NBA player? No. Is it being a degenerate gambler and getting caught with some of the worst or not even point shaving, some of the worst match fixing we have ever seen? Yeah, that's it. And you know what? If you guys want to do some other match fixing, I actually have a bet with Michael Porter, or with Jontay Porter. And Jontay Porter has bet that this channel will not hit 8.4 thousand subscribers by the end of tonight. And like, if you want Jontay Porter to lose money and with all of his match fixing, he's made that bet. He's bet that we can't. I made that bet with him. If we can get 2 more subscribers, we win the bet with Jontay Porter. Obviously not. Obviously, I'm taking the piss there. But subscribe if you want. That'd be great. But we have got here more news about this. Jontay Porter is set to be sentenced tomorrow on criminal charges for conspiracy to commit wire fraud. He's expected to receive at least 3 to 4 year sentencing. And you know what? That's to be expected. He literally match fixed. Like, he was literally match fixing. He was missing shots on purpose. Like, that's a criminal offense. That is not, in most situations, just a nothing. Oh, look, he's gambling, let's ban him from the league. Like, that is a criminal offense. Like, he did it, and the worst part is he was obvious with it. And by the way, with the increase in sports gambling, he's not the only player that's doing this, by the way. He was just the only player that was dumb enough to run away from a rebound and bank a shot in and go damn. Like, his natural instinct, he banked a shot in and got annoyed that he made a shot, and he ran away from a rebound as soon as he was about to hit his over-under. Like, he just made it obvious. This is something that I can guarantee you is happening the whole time. It is happening I'd say it's happening with so many teams. It's happening with so many players. Just not getting caught. But anyway, years. People are like, years. Of course. He was match fixing. Like, that is a criminal offense. Why are people surprised about this? They're still in the league. I don't think either of these guys should be in the league. I think both of them should have been gone. But the reality of the situation is that, not that they didn't get caught doing what they were doing, neither of them were arrested. Neither of these 2 guys were jailed. He got caught committing a crime. And I'm sorry, financial crimes are one of the ways you're almost guaranteed to end up in jail. Or you're guaranteed to be screwed. Like, sure, is it not the thing where it's like a lot of the some of the biggest mob bosses weren't caught for any of their crimes, but they got caught for tax evasion. That's what got them arrested. And it's funny, people are being like, what about these other players getting kicked out of the league? But like, Jontay Porter, like, yeah, was let's see it here. Jontay Porter did a serious fraud and threatens the integrity of a multi-billion-dollar industry. Should people like Mosbridge or KPJ be hooping? Of course not. But why the NBA would not take action more seriously, something that threatens their entire existence versus an independent incident of someone being a scumbag doesn't affect them otherwise. That is the reality of the situation, is that Jontay Porter threatened the integrity of the entire league. And he did it obviously. And I can guarantee you, there are players currently doing it right now, because with the increase in sports betting, with all of this stuff, I can guarantee you there are gambling addicts in the NBA right now. There are, I would say, out of the 450 players in the NBA, to make it just guess, and this is from knowing nothing, just based on just the normal population of sports people. We see it in football all the time. We've seen it in other sports. I would say there is genuinely, if there were less than 20 gambling addicts who are likely participating in some form of match fixing, I would be shocked. That would be my guess, is that there's probably about 20 people doing what Jontay Porter did. Doing that right now. And he was just dumb enough to get caught. Because that's the unfortunate thing about this all with the NBA is someone got caught. So now, not the NBA took action. They banned him. And even if the NBA didn't ban him for life, if the NBA said it's a 1-year suspension, that doesn't change the fact that he's going to be getting 3 to 4 years in jail. Everybody's saying, oh, the NBA gave him too harsh suspension. He's going to be in jail. You can criticize the law if you want, but man, I think if both sides let off Jontay Porter leniently, then if they let him off leniently, then it's who's to say other people aren't going to do it? Like, they're obviously going to make an example of him, but it's going to be almost needed because this is one of the if Michael Porter Jr. was caught doing what Jontay Porter was doing, it would be one of the biggest scandals in sports. And let's be real, it would be. It absolutely would be. One of the biggest scandals. The fact that it was a role player who barely played, and the reality of the situation is he was a gambling addict. The man was a day trader, which is just gambling. Let's be real, which is just gambling. He was doing all these. He was a crypto bro. He was all of these stuff. He was doing all this stuff. And the reality of the situation is that he was a gambling addict. And he thought the easiest way to make some quick money was, let's gamble on something I can directly affect. And he's not the first gambling addict in the NBA. He's not going to be the last gambling addict in the NBA. And this is like, hopefully he's all good, but actions have consequences, unfortunately. And I didn't see it being any different. Like, I remember when a lot of people, I made a video on it on my other channel, and I basically said, and it was like people saying the NBA are harsh banning him, and I was like, getting a ban from the NBA will be the most lenient thing possible. I was like, I can't believe he's not already in jail. Obviously, the sentencing was not going to happen until months later. I was shocked that he was out for this long. But my other point does stand as well, that sports gambling is ruining lives. And it's ruining lives on the daily. It's ruining lives of NBA fans. It's ruined the life of an NBA player. And it is an industry that preys on addiction, especially with apps on your phone. There are algorithms there to make sure you get notifications at the prime times to bet on what you want to bet on. There are so many things where you will get deals where if you bet on something to happen early in a game, they'll give you an extra payout. They'll do everything they can to get you hooked on the app. The goal of gambling companies are to get you addicted, and people are still advertising them, whether that be on TV, whether that be on this app right here, and on this session or on this platform right here. And I hate it. I hate it because some of my actual favorite basketball channels are like talking about things like, I'm not even going to give their names of the gambling sites, like PP and DK. You guys know what those things are. And they're talking about gambling like it's just some fun game, being like, oh, you can win free money. If Tatum scores over 0.5 points, you can win free money. It's like, no, you get a free bet. It's not free money. It's money that you can use to gamble again, and by the time you take it out, you'll have lost it. That's what they're banking on. And that's just the reality. That is just the reality of the situation is. And like, even looking at it, like I'm looking through everything. Like, there's podcasts I won't go on because they're sponsored by gambling. They're sponsored by like gambling websites, sponsored by sports gambling. And I'm like, this should not be legal to advertise. I think it's worse than advertising cigarettes. It's worse than advertising anything else. And like, you can't advertise cigarettes anymore. I think gambling is a much worse. Gambling ruins as many lives. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it is a sad thing to see from Jontay Porter, but look, 3 to 4 years plus ban from the NBA, that was that's possibly on the lower end of his potential punishments, to be honest. Anyway, I'll see you guys.